2024. My name is Kwanda Sims, and I'm the Director of the Counseling Center and New Student Orientation. We are excited to have you join the Hornet family, and even more honored that you've chosen Morris College into your journey into higher education. During this video, you will be greeted by administration, faculty, and staff. They will bring forth information important to your success here at Morris College. Again, welcome to Morris College, and together we are Hornet Strong.
Hello, I want to welcome all of our new freshmen to Morris College, those of you who will be joining Hornet Nation for the very first semester. You will be getting a lot of information via video by some of our faculty and staff about how to make your first semester a very successful one. But as the president, Dr. Leroy Staggart, I want to make you feel welcome and say to you, this is the first time we will be offering all of our classes in a virtual format. But however, it should be successful. Stay in touch with all of your professors, your faculty, our faculty who are teaching the classes. Pay attention to all of their instructions. If you have any issues or problems with trying to access the classes using the technology, there will be many of us here who will be able to explain that to you. But we wish you a great and successful first semester as a new student at Morris College. Reach out to us anytime you're experiencing any difficulty. And know that the most important thing is that you make good grades, get off to a very good start in your very first semester. Welcome to our new freshman class, Fall 2020.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jacob Butler, and I'm the Interim Academic Dean at Morris College. In my role as the Chief Academic Officer of this college, my job is to supervise all of the activities that relate to learning and instruction, and so I supervise all of the faculty and all of the staff here at Morris College who are involved in the teaching and learning process. As Chief Academic Officer of this institution, it is my pleasure to welcome you, the class of 2024, as the newest members of the mighty Morris College Hornet Nation. Let me first congratulate you for the successful completion of your high school careers and for making one of the most important decisions you will ever make in your lives, that being the choice to pursue a college education. Now, you are entering college at a very disruptive moment in our world. Over the past 2 or 3 decades, rapid technological innovation has caused economic disruption through creating the knowledge and information-based global economy. According to research, about 65% of the jobs in 2020, right now, require education and training beyond high school. Only about 35% of today's jobs require a high school diploma or less, and that number is steadily declining. Census statistics tell us that the average lifetime earnings of a college graduate is $2.1 million, which is almost double the $1.2 million for a high school graduate. This means that today, more than anything else, what you know and the level of your productive skills determine whether or not you will be successful in life. There's also social disruption in the form of killings of unarmed citizens and other forms of misconduct and abuse by law enforcement, mass incarceration, voter suppression, and acts of corruption by public officials, and mass protests for social and economic justice. In addition to all of these issues, we now have the rise of a global public health emergency represented by the COVID-19 pandemic. All of these things have an especially significant impact and a negative impact on African Americans and people of color. My young brothers and sisters, in deciding to enroll at Morris College, you have entered one of the best places possible to prepare yourself for this disruptive world that your generation is inheriting. To be successful, You will need to be the most informed, the most creative, the most skilled, and the best educated generation the world has ever produced. That's a very, very important burden and challenge that your generation has to carry. Now, as a historically black institution, Morris College was especially created and designed to serve students such as you. That means we understand and celebrate who you are and the experiences that you bring to the college environment. Morris College is small on purpose. It's deliberate in order to give you one-on-one attention that's necessary to give you the best chance for success in the college setting, for your learning, for your personal growth, and your career preparation. Just like University of South Carolina or Clemson or Francis Marion or any of the other institutions that might be larger than Morris College, we are fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, which means we had to jump through the same hoops, we had to meet the same standards. Our faculty and staff is met the same qualifications as is the case with any of those other institutions that I have mentioned. Simply put, our water is just as wet, our ice is just as cold, and our sugar is just as sweet. The only difference is you are at an institution that is especially catered to people like you, and an institution that is designed to create an environment and a setting and a support system that is designed to give you the best opportunity possible to be successful. We encourage you to take advantage of everything that Morris College has to offer in preparing you to meet the challenges that you will face in this 21st century. We want you to live and learn and grow together. And we want you to graduate from Morris College ready to go out into the world and live up to our motto: enter to learn and depart to serve. Continue the tradition that Morris College has set over more than a century of its existence. Congratulations, welcome to our family, and we look forward to working with you, the class of 2024, whom we expect to be the best class that Morris College has ever produced. Thanks so much.
Good afternoon, new members of HORNET Nation. I am Wanda Davis Freeman, Dean of Student Affairs. I am so elated to meet each and every one of you. And unfortunately, we're not getting the opportunity to meet face to face just yet, but hopefully we will soon. But in the meantime, again, welcome to HORNET Nation, where we're moving onward and upward with HORNET Pride. First of all, students, I want to encourage each of you to please be sure to participate in the new student orientation, which will begin on Saturday, August the 15th, and extend through Tuesday, August the 18th. It's very important that you participate in the virtual new student orientation experience because it's designed to provide you with information about the college's resources, our personnel, where you go for information, and it familiarizes you with the culture of the campus, which of course we will be building a new culture in the near future. So please, ma'am, please, sir, be sure to participate in the virtual new student orientation. Mrs. Kwanda Sims, our Director of Counseling, coordinates the new student orientation program, and she will be sending some information to you within the next couple of days so that you will know how to access the virtual presentations. What will happen is that all of us who are making presentations, there will be one featured presentation with all of the videos linked together. You will access that video by visiting the college's website. On the website, you will find a link to new and transfer students' online instructions. Underneath that link, you will see a link for the virtual orientation experience. You'll click on that and review the entire video presentation. After you've reviewed the presentation, you will complete the online survey. There's also a link for the survey. You don't have to go far. You click on the link for the survey or evaluation, you'll complete that, and that's how we'll know who all have participated and reviewed the presentation. That's going to be extremely important that you do that. Okay? Secondly, I want to encourage you to please take time and access the online student handbook for the 2021 academic school year. That document is going to be online only this year, but we strongly encourage you to review the student handbook, familiarize yourselves with all of the rules and regulations governing student life here on the campus. You'll find information regarding the college's dress code. And speaking of dress code, it's extremely important that you comply with the college's dress code, even though this is a virtual experience. For class, we want you to present yourselves as though you're here in class, okay? We want you to look like the scholars that you're aspiring to be. When we have Zoom meetings for our various social engagements and other activities, we want you to dress like a college student, okay? So please, ma'am, please, sir, take an opportunity to visit the college's dress code policy so that you'll be familiar with it. There are also other rules and regulations regarding the college's weapons on campus policy. We do not permit weapons on campus. There are policy on sexual harassment, sexual assault. There's the social media policy. Please, ma'am, please, sir, take time and read the expected use of social media. There are some do's and don'ts, and we certainly want students to be familiar with those policies because, of course, we want you to understand that whatever you put out on social media, it never goes away. And, at some point, your indiscretions, social media postings can come back and haunt you in a very bad way, so we certainly don't want that to happen. Okay, now third of all, I want to encourage you all to please just stay focused. Now, when classes begin after the orientation experience, we're going to be working with you in a very deliberate and meaningful way. We're going to be partnering with the academic community, my staff and myself, to provide you with coaching through this experience. In essence, we're going to serve as the one-stop shop to connect you with any resource that you may need during this virtual experience, whether it's technology, whether it's student support services, whether it's emergency aid funds, whether it's counseling, disability services, whatever you may need, we're going to be here to help you through the process. But we certainly want you to be familiar with what's available, and we want you to take advantage of these services. We're going to be serving as academic coaches. In essence, we're going to be working with a very select group of students, but we want you to know that all students will be available and accessible to all students. Any student who would need assistance, we advise you, please, sir, please, ma'am, contact us and let us know. Okay? So we'll be working with students in a very deliberate way. We're going to be monitoring your class participation, your assignment completion, absences, everything that you do in the classroom. We're going to be monitoring to make sure that you're staying on task and doing those things that you must do in order to be successful. In other words, we're here to support you through this, but we cannot do the work for you. We want you to understand the seriousness and urgency of which you must approach this virtual learning experience, okay? And treat this like an investment. In essence, whatever you put into this experience is what you'll get out of it. If you don't put anything into it, don't expect anything out of it. Now, while we're here to help you, again, we cannot do this for you. So you've got to stay focused, you've got to stay positive, you've got to ask questions when you're not sure, you've got to reach out to all of the extensions that will be here to help you through this process. And if you do those things, I guarantee you will be successful, okay? Now, last of all, I want you to know that we will have some social activities in which we'll engage. Remember, academics is the highest priority, but we will have some fun too. All work and no play will make us dull people. So we have to have some fun as well. And whatever we do by way of fun, we're going to try to put an educational twist on it. So for example, we're going to be having Word Power Hour, where we're going to expose you to and introduce you to some very high-tech vocabulary, because you're scholars now. You've got to practice high-tech vocabulary now. We'll find creative ways to do that. We'll also have what I'm calling Tea with the D.
We'll have our teacups. We're going to have tea, and I'm going to open the floor for you to tell me anything you want me to know or our staff to know. And at that time, too, I will take the opportunity to infuse what I'm calling social skills concepts or soft skills concepts, Soft skills concepts are very important because we all know that most of you are very technologically savvy. You know how to use all of these gadgets, cell phones, computers. You can do things that we can't fathom doing. But you will also have to have the necessary soft skills to be successful and competitive in this global 21st century workforce that you will be entering in the very near future. So I will introduce you to a concept. I'm going to do it in a very creative way, and you're going to learn these soft skills concepts, and you're going to internalize them, and you're going to apply them so that you will be able to use them when the time comes for you to use them. Okay, so that's going to be extremely important. We're also going to have a series of what we're calling TED Talks, and I'm sure you all are probably familiar with TED Talks. And these are inspirational, motivational kinds of presentations made by various people to address topics that are relevant to college students. So we will identify a series of TED Talks, and we will present those conversations to you a week in advance. So that'll give you an opportunity to review the series, and then the episode that we'll discuss. And then, of course, when we Zoom, we'll have a Zoom meeting where Ms. Washington, our housing director, will facilitate a discussion about whatever the presentation topic is there. So we're going to be doing a number of things to engage you socially, and I'm sure you all have ideas as well. You all are creative and innovative, and we welcome that. We actually solicit your creativity and your innovation as we get through the semester. Please never hesitate to let us know what's on your mind and how you never know what you might be giving us that can benefit so many other people, whether it's faculty, staff, or students. So please feel free to give us your ideas. And I just want to encourage you again to stay focused, stay on course. And our financial aid experts, they're here, our financial people, and they're going to talk to you about how important this is. I can't impress upon you enough how important this is, but I can say that's why we're trying to be deliberate and intentional with working with you all. This academic semester, we'll have groups of people working together. So let me just say this, failure will not be an option, and mediocrity just won't do. You've got to be successful. You've got to be successful. Okay? My staff, like I said, we'll all be working with you. That'll be our housing director, Mrs. Tanya Washington. You can reach Mrs. Tanya Washington in the Office of Student Affairs. We'll have Ms. Quanda Sims, our director of counseling. She'll be available and accessible to you, and she'll be working with you throughout this orientation period. So you'll get to hear a lot from Ms. Quanda Sims. And then my assistant, Ms. Vivian Leaf, she will also be working with you as well. If you have questions, concerns, problems, anything you need assistance with, please do not hesitate to call on us. So as I close, I just want to encourage you to be safe, stay encouraged, take care of yourselves, and wear your mask. Look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome, class of 2024. My name is Andrew Little. I am the Director of Enrollment Management and Records at Morris College. Today, I would like to share with you 3 important things that the Office of Enrollment Management and Records will be able to help you with while you are students here at Morris College. Number 1, the registration process. We are here to make sure you are registered in all courses that are pertinent to the degree you have chosen to pursue. So we make sure that you are in the right amount of hours to be considered a full-time student. We make sure all of the courses that you have selected relate to the major you have chosen. So we are here to help you. And if there are any questions as it relates to course scheduling or class selection, please do not hesitate to give our office a ring. Number 2, we are the office that keeps all academic records. Therefore, we are able to provide transcripts if ever you need one. We are able to tell you what you may have made for as grades are concerned in classes you have already taken. So we are here for that as well. And lastly, number 3, if there are any changes that needs to be made, you will contact our office. Changes such as a major change. Maybe you started off pursuing one major, and after being here for a semester, a year and a half, you decide, my heart is actually in another field. you will call us or you will contact us after speaking with your advisor, making them aware of the change. And your advisor will get that information to us, and we'll be able to change your major from A to B. Also, if you are a student who desires to pursue a minor, we are also the office that will make that change or make that addition or omission. And also, we keep all pertinent information as it relates to personal information, such as addresses, phone numbers, email addresses. So if ever any of that information changes, you will contact our office so that we can make the update. Finally, I would like to say we are excited that you have chosen Morris College as a school as you pursue your educational endeavors. We are, obviously it's unfortunate that you cannot be here with us physically for the fall 2020 semester, but we hope that everything will turn around in the world and we'll be able to see your faces on campus in the spring. Again, welcome to Morris College, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Welcome, class of 2024, to Morris College. My name is Robert Eves. I'm the Director of Business Affairs. That means that I'm the Chief Financial Officer. In that regard, there are several things that I work on that will affect your success as a student. And we are working hard every day to make sure that this happens. And I want to go over 3 items with you until we get a chance to meet in person. First of all, I want to let you know that the cost of attending college during this pandemic, this remote learning, is quite affordable to you. It's only going to cost $7,307 for this semester. And that's quite affordable when you look at the cost of attending college. If we come back into the classrooms next semester, then we'll have to add room and board and meals to that. But for right now, just remember that you have an affordable cost for this remote learning. And our office, we're here to make sure that we keep you abreast of how much you've paid. Do you owe us anything? And to keep you on task with paying for your education. Of course, there's another person who we'll be talking to soon who has even a larger component in that. That will come from the Office of Financial Aid. But I'm just dealing with it from the business office perspective. So we will be sending you monthly or bi-monthly statements showing what your account balances are, and you'll be able to keep up with them. You can contact us and we will be quite ready to help you. We have a person in our office. Her name is Lucille Davis, and she has been in that job for many years, and she enjoys talking to students at any time. So even while you are not on campus, if you want to talk about your accounts, money matters in the business office, you can ask for Lucille Davis, or they will get you to me. One of us will help you. Another important thing that you need to know is Morris College has a very good insurance program which deals with health insurance on students. And this particular insurance program is fully compatible with the Affordable Care Act. So it's really loaded with a lot of good things that there's not going to be a deductible for. Some things there are. And we have brochures to give you, and we'll be mailing them to you since you're not here. Right now, we're calling it Benefits at a Glance. Once again, once you get this, you can call the business office, student affairs, or we'll have a letter with it, and you can contact us. The nice thing about this insurance package, even though you're not in Sumter, or some of you might live in Sumter, You can use this insurance whether you're in California, New York, Chicago, doesn't really matter. So it's all nationwide, or even if you went out of the country for a while, you can still be covered. A nice component about our insurance is that if you already have insurance, you can get what we call opt out of our insurance. The insurance company calls it a waiver. When you opt out of the insurance, it means that you already have insurance, or your parents have insurance on you, or you have insurance on you. And if you opt out, it will save you $567 during this first semester. So if you keep it, no problem. If you opt out, you'll be getting a letter from us telling you how to do that, who to call, and if you do nothing, you're automatically in. So let's say you just don't call anybody, then you're automatically insured. So that's a good thing. The last thing I want to tell you is whenever I meet students on campus, or in my 15 years of being here, when they would come by and talk to me, I always told them at the end, please study. And the reason why that's important is not because you've heard it all through high school and now you're an adult and you're maybe tired of hearing it. It's because everything that's going to happen to you at Mars, the amount of money you're going to get for student aid, your success in graduate school, all of these things, you're paying for this. You aren't getting this for free. And so if you're going to buy this education, get your money's worth. Study hard, learn everything you can, and move out into the world and be very successful. So for now, until I get a chance to meet you in person, I wish you the best. Stay safe, wear your mask, make sure you follow all of the rules of social distancing and all of the things that you hear about on television. And we look forward to all of you making A's and B's, or all A's. I'll be very happy. Thank you very much.
Welcome. My name is Sandra Gibson. I am the Director of Financial Aid here at Morris College. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the Morris College family. You will be the class of 2024. Welcome to Morris College. I would like to just give a brief overview of some of the financial aid information that you would need in order to be successful here at Morris College. First, I would like to let you know that Morris College offers financial aid to help families offset the cost of obtaining a higher education. We do our very best to award you financial aid so that you can attend college. Between you and your parents, the federal and state government, we will do our very best to try to meet the cost of your education. How do you apply for financial aid? The first step in applying for financial aid is to complete the 2020-21 free application for student financial aid. We call that the FAST cycle. You will need to do that and have it submitted to the Department of Education. Once you have done that and listed the colleges that you would like to have receive them on your application, the information will be sent to our college. In order for Morris College to receive your FAFSA, you will need to put our code number on your application, which is 003439. That will identify our college. We will not receive your information unless you have our college listed on your application. So please make sure that you have done that. Some of you have started your application, but you do not have Morris College on it. So you would need to go back and just add our institution, and they will send your FAFSA to us so that we can evaluate your information to see how much money you are eligible to receive from all of the programs. Once that process has been done and you receive your FAFSA and any other documentation that we need, we will make an award letter to you. Most of you have already received your award letter. What you would have to do is read your award letter and go look at every piece of paper in that award letter, because some things you have to sign and send back, some things is just for your information. But particularly, I want you to pay attention to the pre-loan counseling form that needs to be sent back. You need to do that immediately. You are giving us you are letting us know really that you're applying for those loans. We cannot process a loan without you telling us that you want it or not. So please do that immediately. A lot of you have not done that, and we're still waiting on that. You need to send that information to the college immediately. Now you can send it to us, you can scan it, you can fax it, you can mail it, however you want to do it. We will, any means necessary to get that information back will be important to us and you. Also in that package you may have instructions to do an interest counseling. That's when you have to go online and read some information, take a little test, about 12 questions about the loan process. The federal government wants to make sure that you understand your rights and responsibilities as regards to the loan that you're about to embark upon. So we cannot process your application until you have done that interest counseling form. You will submit it online and it will be automatically sent to Morris College. If we recommended a parent loan for your parent must go online and do the parent loan application and the promissory note. Once that is done, that will be automatically sent to us because you will have Morris College listed, and we will receive that as well. So those things are in your award letter. You need to do that immediately so that we can let the business in the office know that you have enough money to pay for your tuition for the semester. Now your award letter that you receive we did it for the whole year remotely. If the school institution decide to go face-to-face next semester, which will be spring, and that's after January, we will give you a new award letter. Okay? So the one that you have is only if we are doing remote learning for the whole year. If it changes, we will change that as well, sometime in November, December. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. We reduced your award letter from the face-to-face award letter we sent out initially to a remote one. So therefore, your package is a little smaller, and you won't have to get so many a whole lot of loans. Okay, so it's a little better right now because it's cheaper, the cost is lower, and you won't need as much loan money for the semester. So that's a good thing. Type of awards that you receive. Now, in your award package, we awarded the Pell Grant, the Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, South Carolina Tuition Grant, Scholarship, and loans. We will not be awarding college work study this semester because you are not here to do the college work study on campus. So that money has been transferred into another fund. So the only thing that you have remotely will be scholarships, grants, and loans for awarding this semester. Now the state grant from South Carolina Tuition Grant, if you apply for June 30th and you meet the eligibility requirements, such as being up to 75% of your high school graduating class, having a 2.7 on a 5.0 scale, you will be eligible to receive the South Carolina Tuition Grant. If you sent your application in and it was sent to another college, we would have to get a form requesting your money to be sent to Morris College. That's a transfer form for your state grant. Say, for instance, you had another institution listed and Morris College was added. You will need to let the tuition grant agency know that you are now coming to Morris College. We will handle that. Let us handle it. That after school begins, because we can do it another way as well. We can just add you to our list after you come in. We won't have to do that transfer form. South Carolina Life Scholarship recipients and South Carolina Hope recipients. Okay, we awarded you those scholarships based on what we had on your transcript, your 7th semester in high school. Some of your GPA may have changed, some may have increased, some may have decreased. If your GPA from high school, your grade point average from high school have decreased. Say for instance you had a 3.0 on your 7th semester, but when you graduated from high school, you went down to 2.7. Therefore, you're not eligible for that life scholarship anymore. We will not know that until we receive your final transcript from your high school. And if that ever changes, then we have to change it and take it back or either give it to you. Because according to whether it increases or decreases. So make sure, I want you to understand that. If you think you should have received the life scholarship or home scholarship, contact us and let us do research. You may have the ACT score or the SAT score to make you qualify, and we didn't have that. Then we can get that and see whether it works for you. So if you feel that or you believe that you should have received it and you didn't, please let us know. Now, we awarded students the Morris College Presidential Scholarship. If you were the first to graduate in your class, we call it the valedictorian, you would receive $2,500 from Morris College as a scholarship. If you were second in your class, which was the salutatorian, you received $2,000 in scholarship from the Morris College Presidential Scholarship. And if you were just in the upper 25% of your high school class, you received $750 in scholarship. You can also receive scholarship from the state. I know you've heard of them. It's called the Life Scholarship and the Hope Scholarship. That is from the South Carolina State Legislators. Now you can receive the Life Scholarship up to $10,000 if you do certain things. But the primary one is the $5,000 scholarship, where you would have to graduate from your high school with a 3.0 grade point average and be in the upper 30% of your high school class, or have an SAT score of the level. But you can meet 2 of those criteria to receive the life scholarship. Once you come to college, you need to be enrolled in at least 12 hours of college credits. Each semester, you continue to receive this scholarship. But to receive it for the next year, you need to have earned 30 hours of college credit. So therefore, I suggest that you be enrolled on at least 15 hours the fall semester and 15 hours in the spring semester, so that you can earn the 30 hours required to maintain your scholarship and keep a 3.0 grade point average. For the Hope Scholarship, you need to have at least a 3.0 grade point average. And you can only receive the Hope Scholarship the first year. It's not included for the second year. The maximum that you can receive under that scholarship is $2,800. And we want all of our students to apply for the United Negro College Scholarship Funds. UNCF gives our students scholarships starting from $500 to $10,000 each year. But you must apply for it. We cannot automatically give that to you. So we are asking you to go online to www.uncf and complete the general profile and application. This will give you an opportunity to be selected by UNCF to receive the various scholarships that they have to offer. Now you can also, after you've done that, they have specific scholarships geared to certain majors coming out every day. You need to keep checking that site periodically to see what's out there that will meet with your criteria that your major or whatever, and apply specifically for those scholarships. I encourage you to do that and stay abreast of those things. The more you put in, the more you can get out. We have students have been receiving $10,000, $20,000 in scholarships because they were very persistent. Persistent pays off. You have to stay behind things in order to get it. Just don't do it one time and give up. You got to keep going after it. Keep calling. Keep writing. Keep doing things like that until it happens for you. You can make it happen if you're persistent. We have other scholarships that we will be talking about later, and those are scholarships that are in our college catalog. Check those out. Those are given each year in March during our awards night ceremony. So if you're interested in those things, you can apply for those later on. Now we have a Pell Grant maximum eligibility limit. You can only receive Pell Grant for 6 years. So you heard everyone else before we talk about studying. You must study. You must try to get out of school in 4 years. The earlier you get, the sooner you get out of school, the better. It would be better for you based on loans like reaching your maximum eligibility and not and receiving Pell Grant in 4 years that you're eligible for. Without trying to go up to 5 and 6 years. You still can get Pell Grant for 5 and 6 years, but the longer you stay in school, the more loans that you will receive. And there is a maximum limit that you can receive as an undergraduate student. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, to get out of school as soon as you can. Study, pass all your courses. Don't be repeating things over and over again. You must go to class, be in attendance to class. Even though we are virtual, you still have to participate. You have to be there. You have to be engaged and involved so that you can get the grades that you need in order to continue to be eligible for financial aid. Now, with the loan limits, the maximum an undergraduate student can receive as time as an undergraduate student is $3,100 for a dependent student and $57,500 for an independent student. Most of you are dependent students. You depend on your parents to put you through school. So the maximum that you can borrow under the loan limits is $31,000. I hope you don't have to do that. You can avoid doing that if you receive scholarships, grants, and apply on time and get the state grant and things like that. So be very particular and map your way out of school. Even with the money that you're going to receive, how you're going to get it. Strategize. You can do this. Now, like the South Carolina tuition grant, like I said, that's the state grant. You can receive $3,600 per year if you're a South Carolina resident. But you must have applied by June 30th of 2020 in order to be eligible for this year. If you miss that deadline, do not ever miss it again. Okay? Some of you may have missed it because you weren't informed or you started the process late. But don't worry about that this year. But you will never miss it again because you will meet that deadline June 30th year after. College work study is usually given our students, but we will not have that this year, this semester, because we are doing it remotely. We usually award our students work study jobs on campus to help pay their college tuition, but that won't happen during this remote process. Satisfactory academic progress is the big thing here. I want you to come in knowing that you must do good in your classes, because the federal government will not continue giving you monies if you're not making the grades. You get it the first year you come in without checking that, but thereafter, you must maintain satisfactory academic progress. I want each of you to look at your college catalog to see what you must do to maintain satisfactory academic progress. It's based on the GPA, your grade on average, and how many hours you've taken. For instance, if you're taking between 1 and 24 hours, at the end of May, you should have at least a 1.5 grade point average. And if you have 30, 26, and 26 to 56 hours, you have to have a 1.7. Anything over 56 hours, you have to have a 2.0. That's what you have to have at the end of each academic year. If you do not maintain that, then the college will send you a letter saying, I regret to inform you that you are no longer eligible for financial aid. We do not want that to happen to you. So I want you to do your very, very best. If you're getting off track, contact your professors, contact active student, dean of student affairs, contact anyone to see what they can do to help you. Stay abreast and on top of what you have to do this semester. This is a new situation for most of you, and it's a new situation for us as well. So we need to work together to make sure that you are successful, that you are a part of that success. I want you to know that you must reapply for financial aid every year, and that process begins October 1st of each year. That's when it begins for next year. So you have 9 months to get ready to come to school. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be ready when the time comes next August. Apply as of October 1st each year. Now, if you're coming to summer school for the next summer, you have to let us know by submitting just our Morris College application. We wouldn't have to do the FAFSA again because we already have it for this academic year. You just have to let us know that you will be attending summer school, and we will put your file to make sure that you are awarded. Again, all students who are receiving loans must do an interest counseling form. That means you have to go and read some documents online, take a little test that have 12 questions, and submit it. You must pass the test. If you don't pass the test, then the interest counseling form interview and have it submitted to us. And complete your master promissory note. And once you've done that, you can receive the loan funds. That's very important. I can't overemphasize that enough. If you have any questions or concerns, I want you to feel free to contact our office. And we are here to help you. But we have to have the necessary documentation in order to do that. You know, when you're dealing with federal and state funding, you must have what they tell us you have to have in order to receive it. I don't care where you go. If you're applying for federal monies, you have to have certain documentations on file in order to receive it. And we are no different. We have to have those things that we're asking you for. So please comply with us as soon as possible so that you can get through this process and be a successful student. In order for you to be successful, you must wake up, get up, dress up, and don't give up. Because you can do or be whatever you want in your own life. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. Don't blame anyone else. You have the power to make a decision. Just do it. Thank you, and have a great year.
Hello, students. Welcome to Morris College. My name is Dr. Evelyn Cohens. I'm the acting chair of the Division of General Studies. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we offer in General Studies, and I'll start out by telling you about the division goals, the learning outcomes, as well as the expectations. We'll talk a little bit about the placement testing and the developmental services, as well as our academic probation plan, the academic advisement, as well as the Brawley Starks Academic Success Center, and I'll give you some common information about how you can reach us. So first, I'll tell you about the Division of General Studies. The Division of General Studies at Morris College offers students, through its core curriculum of liberal arts courses, an opportunity to improve their skills and learn the content necessary for success in major courses. Furthermore, The Division of General Studies administers programs for first and second year students entering the college, and the division provides an academic program and academic support services to the division and to meet those diverse needs of the freshmen, sophomores, and transfer students. The programs sponsored by this division are designed to promote relationships among faculty, advisors, and students in an effort to provide students with the collegiate environment necessary for academic success. Courses and programs offered by the Division of General Studies provide a rigorous academic foundation for students through success-oriented experiences which promote excellence, scholarship, and retention. Our division objective learning outcomes and exit requirements are as follows. The division provides a stimulating, success-oriented academic environment that will promote student retention. We also seek to provide students a core curriculum of coursework in oral and written communication, the humanities, mathematics, and the natural and social sciences. To help students develop adequate competencies in reading, writing, and mathematics, to improve the students' abilities to analyze, synthesize, and evaluate intellectual ideas and principles, to ensure that students are placed in appropriate courses and follow a specific course of study, to instruct the students in the fundamentals of computer literacy, and to provide strong academic support services through tutorials, advisement, and facilities for assisted learning in English, mathematics, and reading. Now, our general learning outcomes are as follows. To demonstrate knowledge of the fundamentals of written and oral communication that are appropriate and effective in a variety of situations and for a variety of purposes and audiences. We demonstrate knowledge of literacy, visual, and performing arts in their cultural context. We identify and analyze terms related to the major periods and events of African American and world history. We utilize the scientific method to develop working knowledge of essential physical and biological science principles and analyze various ways to maintain good human health and well-being. We demonstrate a basic knowledge of the mind and how it works and interacts both alone and with others. We utilize and apply mathematical reasoning in other areas of knowledge. We demonstrate knowledge of the history, religious texts, and doctrinal teachings of the Bible. And we demonstrate computer literacy and proficiency within essentials and office application. In order for students to move from the Division of General Studies to major divisions, students must meet the following exit criteria. You must enroll in a required course in English, math, and reading each semester until these courses are satisfactorily completed. You must receive a grade of C or better in all developmental courses and in English 103, English 104, and Math 103. You must adhere to the prerequisites for specified courses. You must receive approval from all schedule and program changes from faculty advisors. You must attend a meeting with General Studies advisor and prospective major advisors prior to the completion of general education requirements. Upon completion of all general education requirements, student files are transferred to the major divisions. Students wishing to enter the teacher education program must have a 3.0 grade point average and must have passed all parts, reading, writing, and math of the Practice Core Program 1 examination. Now let me talk a little bit about placement testing and developmental studies. We will have things done a little bit differently this year, and we'll be telling you more about that as we provide you with information about your schedules that will be coming out very shortly. So if you are a freshman, then please look forward to hearing from either the Department of Enrollment Services, that office, or someone in our office, which is the Division of General Studies. So hold on, if you haven't heard anything yet, you should be hearing something very soon. But in our placement testing and developmental studies area, Students who plan to enroll at Mars must take the AccuPlacer Next Generation Placement Exam, which tests skills in English, math, and reading. Some of you have already taken this test, others have not. So when you come to campus or when you start your campus courses, since we will not physically be coming to campus, we will let you know whether we will be giving all of you or the rest of you that test somewhere along the first week of school. And you'll be hearing from us again on that as well. But based on the results of that test, students may be placed in developmental courses. They must receive a grade of C or above in each developmental course in order to proceed to the next developmental and general education course in the sequence. Credit for developmental courses does not count toward graduation or the 15 hours required for academic honors. Developmental courses are as follows: Developmental English 1, Developmental English 2, Developmental Math 1, Developmental Math 2, Developmental Reading 1, and Developmental Reading 2. Again, these courses may not be provided this particular fall. We may be placing all freshmen into the 103 English and 103 Math classes when you arrive. However, you will be provided support through our student support services as well as our developmental services programs. And in those programs, we'll have tutors as well as developmental instructors to help you through your math and your English. Your instructors will be giving you more information as you begin your classes. Now, let me tell you a little bit about academic probation. Students who are admitted on academic probation may not enroll in more than 13 credit hours during each of the first 2 semesters of enrollment. The students and their parents must sign a contract which stipulates adherence to a structured program of study, scheduled tutorial sessions, and regular class attendance. Each student's progress will be monitored. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about academic advisement. An interdisciplinary faculty member will provide academic advising to students in the division. Each advisor is assigned a number of advisees who receive assistance in registering in appropriate general education courses and whose academic progress is monitored to ensure completion of general education requirements prior to exiting the Division of General Studies. Now, some of you may not have declared a major yet, and that's perfectly okay. However, if you declare a major, the more quickly we can put you in classes and courses that will go towards your major. So if you haven't decided, you're going to take some basic core courses that all freshmen or incoming transfer students are required to have. However, once you've completed those courses, then it would be to your advantage to go ahead and decide on a major as quickly as you can so that you can focus on those courses that will count toward your major. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the Brawley Starks Academic Success Center lab. That lab has been used primarily for our students in our developmental reading, English, and math programs. However, this year, this program will be used for those students in not developmental, but in the English 103 and the Math 103 classes. This will serve as a support mechanism for those of you who may need it. Let me give you an example. If you are in an English 103 class, which is a regular college course, a beginning college course, or in Math 103, and you're in class and you've discovered that every time you take a test or a quiz, you're falling well below a C average, or you might just be at a C average. Well, that means that you may need some assistance in tutoring or some developmental support instruction so that you could get on top of things and make sure you're moving toward a B average. Remember, if you're going to be in the education department, you must have a 3.0 grade point average. So you need to make sure that you are focusing on accessing any tutoring and supplemental instruction you can if your grades are in the low C's or are below that, D or F. A very important thing to remember is that your attendance is very, very important. Your teachers will tell you how many days you can miss of class before you're considered a WF student. A WF student is a student who fails to attend classes as required by the instructor and is failing at the time that he or she takes the class. So that teacher, after a while, may say, John, Jimmy, Mary, you can no longer come to this class because you have missed so many days and you are failing. So they have a right to do a WF on there. Now, there are times when students feel like they may or may not, for some reason, have to do a W, which is perfectly okay. You have to look at how many credit hours you're taking, and you need to consult with your advisor, of course. But a W, is, in some sense, might be a little bit better than taking a WF if you're able to do that. But a W must be done, which is a withdrawal, must be done early on. You can't do a W once you've gotten so many absences in that class. That's going to automatically be a WF. There's also something called a WP where you're withdrawing from the class, but you are passing at the time. We also have opportunities for students to take an incomplete, but an incomplete means that for some reason you're not able to complete all of the work. You're doing fairly well so far, but for some reason beyond your control, you cannot complete that work, and you need to go to your professor and talk to your professor about the circumstances and see if the professor would be willing to work with you and to give you an incomplete. However, incompletes must be completed within a certain amount of time, and you must still do the work, but maybe at a later time or in a different way than what the normal class would require. Now, I just want to say that under normal circumstances, if we were not in a virtual or remote situation, our department would be one of the first departments you would be involved with physically. You would see me, and you would see our secretary, Miss Barbara McBride, and you would also see others in the building who can help you. Our faculty members teach first year courses for the most part. The 100 and 100 level courses they teach, and those courses may range anywhere from computer science to biology to English to math to speech, and you will get to meet all of our faculty members at some point in your career, primarily during your first year as a freshman. So I want you to understand that we're here to help you. Before you can move on to any other division in terms of your major and getting major advisement, you must be advised by someone in the Division of Developmental Studies. So I want you to understand that we're here for you, and you need to make sure that our general education department is helping you through your process. At this time, I'll just let you know that if you need to ask any questions, of course, call Morris College. If you're interested in finding out about financial aid, if you call the college, just ask for financial aid. If you're interested in finding out about enrollment, of course, call the college and ask for the Office of Enrollment. Of course, if you're interested in things and you're not sure where to go, then you're certainly welcome to ask to be directed to the Division of General Studies, and we will help you through that process. We will either be able to help you specifically, or we can refer you to someone who may be able to help you. For contact information, our number for the Division of General Studies is 803-934-3180. If you cannot reach us directly, you may call the college number at 803-934-3200. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Hello, Hornets Nation. My name is Dr. Kevin Richardson. I'm the chair here at Morris College for the School of Business. We're here to welcome you to the 2021 school year and to also ensure you that we are here to support you as you matriculate through this great institution.
Hello, my name is Ms. Karen Aver, and I am the interim chair for the Division of Religion, Humanities, and Social Sciences. In our division, we have several majors. We have criminal justice, criminal forensics, liberal studies, pastoral ministry, Christian education, mass communications, English, and sociology. Our faculty are Dr. Joshua Oyekan, who teaches our psychology courses, Ms. Carlotta Stackhouse, who teaches criminal justice and criminal forensics courses. I teach Spanish courses, Dr. Charles P., who teaches pastoral ministry and Christian education courses, and Ms. Ivana Popovich, who teaches mass communication courses, and Mr. Herbert Johnson, who teaches our music courses. Some of the minors that we offer are the same. They are psychology, religion, criminal justice, criminal forensics, the religion minor, mass communications minor, English minor. And some of the classes that you would be expected to take within those majors, for criminal justice, you would take courses like criminology, corrections, law enforcement, probation, criminal law. For criminal forensics, you would take courses related to collecting evidence at crime scene. So you can take classes in fingerprint analysis and also crime scene reenactment. For the pastoral ministry and the Christian education major, you would take courses related to the Bible and studying to be a minister. So we offer classes in sermonizing, in the Old New Testament, Black theology, Black church, and church administration. For mass communications, you would take courses related to working in the media field. So you would take basic recording, TV and radio production, writing for the media. That course is writing for TV and radio, TV commercials, writing scripts for movies. For the English major, you would take literature courses and writing courses, so literary criticism, American literature, British literature. For the sociology major, you would take courses in social theory, family dynamics. Our liberal studies major is a little different, so the courses that you would take within liberal studies are varied. So you would take courses in science, you could take courses in science and math, in all of the social sciences, and then in religion and humanities. So our majors are criminal justice, criminal forensics, liberal studies, English, pastoral ministry, Christian education, and mass communications. For the liberal studies major is set up a little bit differently. It's almost as if you have two majors. So you have 3 areas to choose from. You can either choose math and science, that's one area. The second area is social sciences, and that would include courses in history, political science, sociology, and social sciences. Or the last area you could choose from is religion and humanities. Now in that area, you could choose among courses in mass communications, English, music, and speech. So basically what you do is when you elect that liberal studies major, you pick the 2 areas that you want. So you could pick math and science and religion and humanities, or you could pick social sciences and religion and humanities. And so then you would take all the courses, the major courses that are required for both areas, plus your electives. So for example, for social sciences, the major courses are history, psychology, and social sciences. And then you pick any 2 additional courses. For the religion and humanity area, you would take a couple of mass comm courses, a couple of English courses, and then you have the option of choosing, a music course, another English course, another mass comm course. So with that major, it's pretty varied. So you have a little bit more flexibility. So when you graduate with a liberal studies degree, it gives you a really good background for graduate school because you're pretty well rounded and you have a lot of different courses that you've taken, so you have a little bit of knowledge in all those areas. For the criminal justice degree, upon graduation, of course, the number one choice of most students is to go into law enforcement, but you do not have to be restricted to law enforcement. You could also work within the police department, maybe in administration. You could be a parole officer. You could work within the prison system as an administrator, as a security guard, or just one of the prison guards. You could also be a probation officer. With the criminal forensics major, upon graduation, you have a few choices there as well. You could go into law enforcement, or you could work in the lab at the police department. And what you would do is exactly what you've done in your classes. You would be analyzing evidence, so like fingerprints, DNA, reenacting crime scenes. For the English major, most people think of teaching, but you actually have a few more options with English. Some options require you to go into graduate school afterwards. But you can start off teaching, you can work in publishing, you can work in editing, you can go into management, because anything that requires a lot of writing is a good occupation for someone who is an English major. But one of the main things a lot of English majors do is they major in English to go to law school. Because in law school you do a lot of writing. Once you're a lawyer, you do a lot of writing. So that's actually a really good major for students interested in law school. For the pastoral ministry degree, that really is for students who want to go into the ministry. So become a pastor, minister. For the Christian education degree, that would be more for church administration. So you may be, however the church is set up, you may be the manager, you may run the Bible study, you may do the teaching in Sunday school, or be the supervisor of those folks that teach in the Bible study, or for Sunday school. For the mass communications major, you have many, many options. So when you graduate with a degree of mass communications, you have many options as well. So you could go into TV production, you could be an on-air journalist, you can be a journalist with a newspaper online, or some of the newspapers that are still writing, from their offices. You could do radio production, so you could work at a radio station. So you have many options with the mass communications degree. Now, we do not offer majors in music or psychology, but we do offer minors in psychology and music. And they're both pretty popular classes in both those areas. We have a lot of minors in psychology. And in music, we offer courses in music appreciation, music theory, African American music, church music. We have piano classes, we have voice classes, and then we have two choirs. We have the chorale, Morris College chorale, and we have the Morris College gospel choir. Excellent. They are award-winning, and our choir director is excellent, Mr. Herbert Johnson. So those students that participate in the voice class actually make up the members of both choirs, the chorale and the gospel choir. The other area on the campus that is pretty special for our division is the Forensic Center, and that's basically where the bulk of the criminal justice and criminal forensic courses take place. So in that center, we have labs. So in those labs for your classes, that is where you would be practicing fingerprint analysis and all the other skills you develop to collect evidence at a crime scene. There is also a lab where you would be able to look at a crime scene and do the crime scene reenactments. So those two areas are pretty special for our division. So welcome to Morris College, and if you've chosen one of the majors that I just talked about, I look forward to meeting you.
Well, hello, fellow Morrisites, new and returning. I'm Dr. Radman Ali, Chairman of the Division of Natural Sciences and Mathematics at Morris College, as you know. Welcome to the 2020-2021 academic year at Morris College. We are elated to have you with us. We are looking for a few young men and women who are interested, excited, and want to make a difference in the world. We are ready to have you join us in our extended family, the Morris College family. This division prepares students for exciting careers in engineering, nursing, medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, and cybersecurity. Minors in computer science, cybersecurity, biology, and mathematics. We have also students majoring or minoring in cybersecurity. They are eligible to receive a scholarship this year. The majors in our divisions are in cybersecurity, mathematics, mathematics secondary education. In biology, recently, the last 2 years, we started a new program. We divided the biology major into 3 tracks. The first track is called Biological Sciences track, which prepares students for research, graduate school, and the like. The Health Professions track prepares students for nursing, medicine, physical therapy, dentistry, and so on. The biology secondary education, as the name implies, this prepares students to become teachers in biology. And so therefore, we have a great variety for you to choose from. Now, we have also collaborating program with North Carolina A&T State University in a program called the Dual Degree Program. It is in mathematics and engineering. In other words, the students start at Morris College, complete about 94 hours in mathematics, then transfer to A&T in North Carolina and get a degree in engineering. There are 8 programs in that program of engineering, including computer engineering, bioengineering, civil engineering, and so on. So once the student then finishes the engineering degree, the student gets 2 degrees, a degree from Morris College in mathematics and a degree from A&T in engineering. Now, this is not the end of all of those activities in our division. We have also summer internships in biology, in cybersecurity, and also in other areas as well. But the ones in biology and other STEM majors are taking place at USC in Columbia, at Furman University in Greenville, and also at Savannah State University in Savannah, Georgia. The ones who go to cybersecurity internship during the summer, they are also take place in Livermore National Laboratory in California. Now, the good thing about this, all expenses paid during the summer. In other words, a student gets a stipend, they get money for room and board, they get money for travel, and all of that. And that is an exciting opportunity for students to, first of all, interact with other people from other groups, from other parts of the country, and also get to interact with professionals in those areas, and then be much prepared for the future. Now, we have also enrichment programs and leadership programs. Some of these are, they have to attend South Carolina Academy of Science meeting. This is an annual meeting where our students and our faculty members go to a meeting which take place in different parts of the state. sometimes it's taking place in Greenville, sometimes it could be Columbia, sometimes, Florence, and so on. We are really preparing the students to interact with professionals. Also, they can present their research project during that time, and they get to know and interact with a lot of professional groups. We have also on campus a lecture role model role model series. And in this program, we invite some of our stellar graduates to do presentations, but also we invite professionals from different areas of the country, and sometimes even some international people who can come and meet the students and share with them their experiences and their also research projects. Okay, we have also Science in Action Week activities. And the meetings during that time, our students make presentations, and we invite what we call stellar graduates also to come and share their experiences, not only with our students, but also with the college community as a whole. And the faculty tutoring mentoring program. This is a part of a grant that we have from the National Science Foundation, and we will try to continue with that in order to prepare students for better careers. We have some of our students act or perform a role of peer tutoring and mentoring. And so therefore, we try to get the new students, either they're freshmen or transfer students, and we pair them up with upperclassmen, in the major, and then the interaction between the two is going to be very helpful. Now, I have given you all these activities and all of those opportunities and all of these majors to choose from, and we are just waiting for you to come and take advantage of the situation. We love to have you here at Morris College when you become the new Morrisites, and we welcome you here anytime.
Welcome to Morris College. My name is Joe Jones, and I'm the Director of Student Support Services. Student Support Services is a program designed specifically to help you, the student, make a smooth transition between high school and college. We do this in several manners. First, we offer tutorials, individualized tutorials, and then we do supplemental instructions. We also have a counseling program. In the counseling program, we do it through academic, social, and personal counseling. I'm going to allow each of the staff members to introduce themselves and tell you about some of the things we do. We invite you to join us and receive these services. They are free and they are useful. Thank you and welcome to Morris College.
Hello, my name is Latricia Rutledge, and I'm a counselor here in Student Support Services. And I am here to help you be successful here at Morris College. We have several services that we offer here in our agency as part of something that can be very beneficial to every student. We realize that some students may be coming here their freshman year and they may need some help with transitioning into college life. Those are one of the services that I can help you with. Along with one of the key things we need help with often is study skills. Oftentimes people have been asked to do a lot of work academically and told to study to improve their grades, but oftentimes they haven't been taught how to study. That's one of the key things that can be very beneficial to our college students in being successful here. Study skills, time management, problem solving, and being able to just maneuver around the college campus and knowing how to get access to the resources that are available to you. Problem solving is also a big thing. Knowing how to ask for help when you need it, as well as to identify when you have a problem. In addition to some of the things that I have mentioned, we also offer personal counseling, academic and social counseling that can be very beneficial to you acclimating to campus. Because we all know that life happens and we need help sometimes to adjust to those things. I can assist you with coping skills to help keep you on task to be academically successful. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.
My name is Philip Gibbons, and I am the Supplemental English Instructor for Student Support Services. Now, as the supplemental English instructor, my main task is correcting student writing. But even though my title says English, I correct papers from all classes. In addition to that, I can assist you with one-on-one in any aspect of writing that you're struggling with. And since most college courses require writing, I highly recommend, I insist that you contact me as soon as you're able and as frequently as you can. Have a great year.
My name is Javon Knox, and I'm the supplemental math instructor here for Student Support Services. As a supplemental math instructor, my goal is to get you to succeed in your math courses. And I do this by providing one-on-one tutorials, hosting small group study sessions, and presenting PowerPoint presentations that are beneficial to your success in your math courses. Now, I'm a strong believer in educational equity. That is to say that I believe that all students can be succeeding in math courses, or any subject really, if they're given the proper resources to succeed. So I encourage you to come contact me so we can begin dominating your math course. Thank you.
I am the administrative assistant. My name is Cynthia Conyers. I am the administrative assistant for our Student Support Services office. I am the first smiling face you will see when you enter our office, or the most friendliest voice you will hear when you call our office. To whichever staff member you may need that can assist you with whatever you may be calling for, be it supplemental math instructor, Mr. Knox, the supplemental English instructor, Mr. Gibbons, our counselor, Ms. Rutledge, our director, Mr. Jones, or any of our tutors that are available. If this is your first time, make appointments with these staff members if they are unavailable at the time. Welcome to Morris College if this is your first time coming, and welcome back to Morris College if you are reattending this school. We hope you have a wonderful and blessed school year.
Themselves. Student Support Services have their staff of 5, and we all welcoming you to Morris College and looking forward to providing the type of services you needed. You may be able to get an additional financial aid allowance, anything from $636 to up to $6,345.
I am Ms. Sheila South, Director of Career Services here at Morris College. We are very excited to have you as a part of the Hornets family. Our objective at Career Services is designed to transform students into well-rounded professionals. We will assist you with creating marketable resumes. What I mean by a marketable resume is that we will help you to stand out against your competitors. The Career Services Office will help you with interview preparation skills, through mock interviews, and through one-on-one career counseling sessions. Throughout the semester, this office will conduct workshops on professional attire, public speaking, and overall professional development. Once you have developed all of your skills, the Career Services Office will help you to find job opportunities and internships that will help you further your career. Our services are for current students, alumni, veterans, and the community. We have graduate fairs and career fairs where companies come on campus and speak to our students about their job opportunities. This year, our fairs will be virtual, and based on your first impression, companies will have the opportunity to interview you on the spot. The Graduate Fair is designed to connect our students with colleges who offer master's and doctoral programs. This will help students further their interest and field of study. So with that being said, Morris College has everything you need to become successful, but it all starts with you. Starting today, make sure that you change your mindset. You are no longer high school students. You are professionals in training, and this is a time to transform. So start attending your classes and meetings on time. That means 10 to 15 minutes early. Be prepared and have all of your supplies for class. Study and read your chapters before attending class. Turn in every assignment on time. Do your best. What I mean, do your best the first time. What I mean by this is that your college transcript will follow you the rest of your life. So get it right the first time. When you make a presentation in class, make sure you speak in a professional voice and have the proper introduction, such as, "Good morning, I am Sheila South, and the topic that I will be discussing today is." While presenting, it is important to dress in business attire. This will allow you to begin developing your professional wardrobe, and it would allow others to take you seriously while presenting. While you're here at Morris College, it is important to get involved in organizations that pertain to your major. This would allow you to network with other students who share the same interests. You will also have access to other resources such as internships, student conferences, and workshops that will allow you to travel and meet other students from across the world. By participating in these organizations, you are now beginning to build your resume. By the time you receive your degree, you will be able to share all of the good things you have done to better yourself, others, and the community. This is what makes you marketable. So, the Career Services Office is here to serve you. We want to make sure that you have all the necessary tools to succeed. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at 803-934-3192, or you can email me at south@morris.edu. I'm excited to meet you and to help you become successful professionals. A wise man once said, "The ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones that do." I believe in you. So remember, change your mindset and let's begin this journey together. Our motto here at Morris College is enter to learn, depart to serve, and this office is here to prepare you for your departure. Thank you for your time, and go Hornet.
Hello, my name is Margaret Mukoza. I'm the director of the Richardson Johnson Planning Resources Center. This is commonly referred to as the LRC. This center has the library on the first and second floors and the media center on the third floor. Normally, I will be telling you in detail all the resources and services that the LRC has in place to support your classes, but these are different times and everything is limited to online delivery. So I will simply stick to a few items. At the moment, LRC resources are accessible only on campus, but this is being addressed. The college is diligently working to make remote access to these resources possible, and students, faculty, and staff will be notified as soon as this is accomplished. Meanwhile, LRC is open Monday to Friday, and we are ready to serve you in the following ways. 1, the LRC staff will be available for you to carry out research consultation over the phone, Monday through Friday, beginning from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. The number you need is 803-934-3230. The number again is 803-934-3230. Secondly, you may also call for an appointment to come and use the library on campus. We need for you to pick up your phone, call us using the number I gave you above, so that we may prepare for you. You will also be required to wear a mask while you are inside the building. Good luck with your study.